All right, concert review time. Went to see Eric Bellinger and Sammie. This was last Friday. I was supposed to upload this video many days ago, but anyway, whatever. This was at Center Stage downtown Atlanta, and the special guests or opening acts were a guy named Nick Lavelle. He did really good. He's like an R&B. Right now, all these artists are flex, so they're like R&B rappers type guy. Um, he got the crowd hyped. He did some songs. I went to go back and listen to his like EP or playlist, whatever you want to call it, and he ain't do none of them songs. I heard. I'm like, I don't know any of these songs. I didn't hear none of this. So I don't know if he's like working on the album, working on the mixtape or something, but the songs he performed were not the songs I heard on title. So whatever, but they sounded all right. He's from Detroit. Shout out Detroit. My mother's family's from Detroit. Yeah, Nick Lavelle. And then it was him, and then Domani. I guess technically his name is Domani Harris, but he don't go by Domani Harris. He go by Domani. Um, I've listened to his. I forgot he dropped something last year, but his album or EP a couple of years ago was really really good. Um, and then he did some new songs from that. He did some old songs, but he sounds nothing like Ti. His voice sounds like Ti, but really his flow and his style is kind of from the like J Cole tree. So you hear and see a lot of J Cole in like his lyricism and his mannerisms and stuff. It's really dope. Um, so he's really good. You could tell like when I first heard him years ago, and then for his most recent project, he's grown as a rapper. And it's my first time seeing him live, so he really did good. The crowd knew some of the songs, so it was dope. But yeah, he really sounds more like a J Cole type rapper, maybe Wale, somewhere over there, um, with like lyrical stuff, but nothing like Ti. His beats don't even sound like Ti. Like you would never know he was Ti's son at all. So Eric Bellinger had like the whole stage presence with like flowers and stuff. He did a whole bunch of songs that, of course, we hear on the radio. He did a whole bunch of his songs. He didn't do all the songs I wanted him to do, but he has so much material. I mean, man, probably got 10 albums. And he's a writer of he did Chris Brown songs. He did Tank songs. He did Trey songs, Usher songs, I think. I know he did Usher and T Breezy, but anyway, he did a whole bunch of songs that he wrote for guys, and it was just really really dope. Um, to like just remember, like, oh yeah, he wrote this. Oh yeah, he some songs I didn't know he wrote, like the Tank song. I didn't even know how the crowd knew that song. It wasn't even like a top 10 Tank song. Like you would not even. It was on Sex, Love, and Pain too, so it wasn't even Tank's popular album. I'm like, how do y'all know this song? But anyway, he did it. It was really really dope. And then Sammie came out, and I'm not gonna lie, Sammie been making music for like 20 years, and I I really forgot. Like I forgot he had so many songs with different artists and his songs. I mean, as he played, like I liked his album a couple of albums ago. Is Everlasting. That to me that was his second best album after the Sammy the Self title album he dropped maybe a couple years ago. And he played songs. So then I'm like, oh yeah, he dropped this. Oh yeah, like he's been putting consistent music out for 20 years. Every few years he's putting out an EP or he's on someone's song doing a hook, or he has a playlist out, here and there. So it was good to see. I mean, he killed it. I mean, he killed. Stage presence was good. The fans embraced him, and he rocked the show. I really, I forgot. Like I'm like, okay, he gonna sing these few songs I know, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know this. Oh yeah, I know that. And they were introducing him, and they was like, oh, he's been making music for 20 years and 15. I'm like, oh yeah, like since he was like 12 or something like that. 15. He said he's 35, but I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot this man had all these songs. Like it was crazy. The freaking concert didn't end till like midnight. It started at like 8:30, but it had so many like open acts, and Damani did a huge set. I want to say someone else was there, but I forgot. But it was dope. It was a really good concert. The venue was cool. Um, Center stage is really really cool. It's really intimate. It's kind of small, but it's really really intimate. But everybody did great. But Sammy smoked it. Like I really Like I did not remember him having all them songs, and then when you hear him, I'm like, oh yeah, he has this, he has that. He talked about his life, he talked about some different things, and it was just really dope. And it's always good to see Eric Bellinger. I've never seen him before, but it's really good to see him. Anyway, gotta be safe.